gentlemen, my name is Aishwarya Singh. I'm your Master of Ceremonies, and I extend a very warm welcome to all of you to this beautiful cultural showcase, followed by a sumptuous dinner. Thank you very much for taking the time and joining us. We've had a long day, of course, ladies and gentlemen, at the first day of the first Energy Transitions Working Group meeting that started today, this morning. And this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we have captivating performances lined up for you. And these performances are going to be presented by the artists of Karnataka. But first, India, ladies and gentlemen, is making strides when it comes to the renewable energy sector. And these strides are ongoing and continuing. So, may I please have your attention to this audio-visual first, which talks about this bright new India. Let's take a look at the audio-visual.
Striving for equitable growth for all in the world, India's success in renewable energy reflects growth amid challenges. With the fourth largest renewable power capacity in the world, India, through Mission Life, has pledged to propagate a sustainable way of living based on traditions and values of conservation. India is striving towards a cleaner and greener future while addressing its economic and development challenges through various innovative schemes and path-breaking initiatives. India has scaled its installed solar capacity and is implementing the scheme for the development of ultra-mega solar power projects. To boost the idea of Make in India and develop self-reliance, India has rolled out PLI scheme for development of solar manufacturing capacities in the country. The PM Kusum scheme, the largest initiative of its kind in the world, targets solarizing agriculture pumps to provide energy and water security, de-dieselize the farm sector, and also generate additional income for farmers. Modhera is India's first 24/7 fully solar village. The project demonstrates how India's renewable energy prowess can empower people at the grassroots. With a thriving indigenous manufacturing capacity, India's wind sector is growing rapidly. India recently unveiled the National Bioenergy Program to accelerate the development in the sector. The recently approved National Green Hydrogen Mission will accelerate India's progress towards energy independence and decarbonization. This mission will position India as a leader in the global clean energy transition, creating significant opportunities for investments, innovation, and employment. As one of the favored destinations for investment in renewable energy, India's liberal foreign investment policy allows 100% FDI in the renewable sector. India is emerging as a successful global role model and has already achieved the target of having 40% installed renewable energy power capacity 9 years in advance before the target year 2030. India also reduced the emission intensity of its GDP by 24% between 2005 and 2016. Ranked 8th globally and first amongst major economies in the Climate Change Performance Index 2023. India's renewable energy story is moving ahead robustly and is contributing towards building a sustainable future for all.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for your attention to that AV. And with that, once again, I extend a very warm welcome to all honorable dignitaries, all the senior officials of the Government of India and the state of Karnataka. I also extend a very warm welcome to the distinguished delegates of the G20 countries, invited countries, the international organizations, regional organizations, our knowledge partners, a stellar array of erudite speakers, and our esteemed guests. Thank you very much for being here with us. Ladies and gentlemen, what do I say about Karnataka? The slogan, "One state, many worlds," perfectly expresses the astounding diversity of languages, food, arts and crafts, and festivals of the vast state of Karnataka. One of the oldest regions in India, Karnataka is famous for its ancient culture, architectural heritage sites, and rich biodiversity. Ladies and gentlemen, today we congregate here in Bengaluru, the capital city of Karnataka, famously called the Silicon Valley of India. It is where the cultural heritage of the state of Karnataka merges into the high-tech world, creating an absolutely fascinating metropolis. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me now talk about the beautiful showcase this evening. India's opulent heritage and culture is spoken about across the world. Tonight, the unique dance production, the sculpturous marvel, mesmerizingly puts the spotlight on the architectural marvels and heritage sculptures of India. And interestingly, is inspired by Shantala Devi, the queen of Hoysala dynasty of the 12th century Karnataka. Shantala Devi was a dancer and musician par excellence, and her legend has been immortalized in the most famous sculpture at the Chenna Keshava temple. And ladies and gentlemen, what you will also see this evening is a musical and classical dance salutation to the deity of all beings, Padmanabha Narayana, also known as Vishnu. The compositions called abhangs, which mean the inseparable, were created and popularized by the Varkari saints. They were the traveling bards. They traveled the length and breadth of the country, spreading peace and harmony. So the upcoming performance, Shilpakala Vaibhav, which means the sculpturous marvel, shall pay homage to the dancing queen Shantala Devi by bringing the sculptures to life, and there will also be the abhang compositions. And this performance shall incorporate beautiful dance movements of one of the classical dances of India, Bharatanatyam. Bharatanatyam originated in the state of Tamil Nadu. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see the beautiful, the spectacular Indian culture coming to life. May I request you, ladies and gentlemen, to please put your hands together in a huge round of applause as we welcome the performers on stage. Thank you very much.
Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Paramagurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Srimad Ananda Tirtha Bhagavat Padacharyebhyo Namah. Namah Shri Padarajaya. Namaste Vyasa Yogine. Namah Purandararyaya Vijayaryayate Namaha. Manmanobhishtavaradam sarvabhishtaphalappradam Purandaragurum vande dasashreshtham dayanidhim. Purandaragurum vande dasashreshtham dayanidhim. Namassarvebhyah. Very good evening to everyone present here. I take immense joy, privilege, pride to be sharing our love through art with all of you. And today, I'm sure that we all are going to experience the true spirit of Indianness. You know, India, Bharata, this country has a recorded history of more than 5,000 years. And how did India strive for such a long time? In spite of all the natural calamities, in spite of all the destructions, everything, India still is rooted and culturally extremely rich. The reason for it is pretty simple. It is because of art. When I say art, what do I mean? The history of this country, say Ramayana. Ramayana has been said, composed in the format of a poetry. Mahabharata, which is the history, Itihasam Tatha Kavyam, it's a historical work. That too has been composed in the format of a poem. Arthashastra, which talks about the finances, has been composed in the format of a poem. So it was easier for people to remember, memorize everything, every detail, every fact of our country and pass it on. And that is the reason Bharata is still active and traditionally very, very rich. But when I say art, is it only the text or music or dance? It's also the finest art form, which is sculpting. Today, the first performance we are doing here is based on the sculpturous marvel of this country. We call them stone libraries. You know, there are plenty of places of worship, palaces, temples, where you can find amazing architecture, brilliantly sculpted marvels. And one such temple, one such place of worship is the Bengaluru temple. This was constructed in the century 12th century, by the Queen Shantala Devi, who was an erudite speaker, an amazing scholar, a wonderful dancer, a musician, a poet. You know, in the absence of her husband, Vishnuvardhana, she governed the country in the 12th century. Such was the greatness of this queen, who happened to give a gift to her husband every time the emperor won something. Shantala Devi created a temple, constructed a temple, a place of worship, and gifted it to her husband. And when I say these places of worship, are they confined to only worshipping deity? No. These places were universities. You can find millions of stories there sculpted. You also have place for students to stay, learn, spread their love for art. Their people were fed with free food. Cattle and all the animals were taken care. Such is the beauty, such is the richness of this land. So our first production for today, Shilpakala Vaibhava, where we get to see, it's a fictional story that we have created for you all, especially today. Queen Shantala Devi was the inspiration behind all these sculptures, the dancing apsaras. So after the completion of the temple, Shantala Devi visits the temple and sees the marvelous beauty of these structures. She goes to every dancing apsara and touches them. With her divine touch, they all come to life and start dancing. Because the inspiration of those structures was Shantala Devi herself. So this is the story that we have taken for you all. We're presenting that for you all. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for the first performance of tonight, Shilpakala Vaibhava. The concept has been done by Acharya Raghavendra J. Prabhat. Choreography by Guru Srimati Shakuntala R. Prabhat. The music has been composed by Praveen D. Rao. Now, Shilpakala Vaibhava.
केशव शृंगार भाव सौम्यानायकी स्नेह महोत्सव सौंदर्याणव करुणिसु देवा श्री चन्नकेशव शृंगार भाव श्री चन्नकेशव मगम धमद निधनि सनिसा मगम धमद निधनि सनिसा मगम धमद निधनि सनिसा मगम धमद निधनि सनिसा मगम धमद निध सनिध मगरे सगम गम धनिध निसनि धम ईशा विश्वाद्भुत चित्रविलासा लासोज्ज्वल रूप विकासा चिद्भासा ईशा विश्वाद्भुत चित्रविलासा लासोज्ज्वल रूप विकासा चिद्भासा केशव शृङ्गारभाव श्रीचन्नकेशव शृङ्गारभाव सौम्यानायकी स्नेहमहोत्सव सौन्दर्यार्णव करुणिसु देव श्रीचन्नकेशव जागमार्थ व्यक्तहासिनी नृत्यनैपुणी ಹರನ ಗೆಲ್ವ ವಶೀಕರಣ ಮಂತ್ರವನು ಗಿರಿಜೆಗಿಂತು ನೀ ನೊರೆದು ತೋಟೆಗೆ ಹರನ ಗೆಲ್ವ ವಶೀಕರಣ ಮಂತ್ರವನು ಗಿರಿಜೆಗಿಂತು ನೀ ನೊರೆದು ತೋಟೆಯೇ ಸರಸಿ ಜಾಸಿ ನಿನ್ನ ನರಸಿ ಬರುವನಮ್ಮ ಸರಸಿ ಜಾಸಿ ನಿನ್ನ ನರಸಿ ಬರುವನಮ್ಮ ಸರಸಿ ನಮ್ಮ ದೊರೆ ವರದ ಕೇಶವನು ನೃತ್ಯ ನೈಪುಣಿ ನಿತ್ಯ ರಾಗಿಣಿ ಚಿತ್ತ ಜಾಗಮಾರ್ಥ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಹಾಸಿನಿ ನೃತ್ಯ ನೈಪುಣಿ
I sometimes wonder how the poet D.V. Gundappa has visualized this amazing marvel. So we thank the poet D.V. Gundappa, who in his Antapura Gite has given this visualization, the text to us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the concluding piece for the evening. We now move from one empire to another empire. And this empire is not only popular in India, but across the globe. I'm sure most of you here have heard of this empire called the Vijayanagar Empire, ruled by Sri Krishnadevaraya. So this was, again, from 13th, 14th, 15th century, one of the richest empire that we can read in our history. You know, it is marked, it has been said by one of the travelers that more than 500,000 people lived in this empire. It was a very rich, prosperous, flourished empire where there was no sorrow, where there was no scarcity for food. There was no scarcity of anything at all. We also, in the architecture of this empire, which you can still find, and if time permits, please do make a visit to Hampi, which is a heritage site marked by the UNESCO. So you can find amazing architectural designs, solar powered, natural sunlight, natural water supply, wind energy, everything was used in that empire. So much we can relate to it, right? That's the reason we are here. And in this empire, I'll tell you how rich this empire was. There is a marketplace, even now you can go and visit that place. There is a marketplace where people used to sell gold, diamond, priceless gems like vegetables. Even today it is there. Such was the glory of the Vijayanagar Empire. Not only with respect to education, universities, hospitals, power. When I mean power, also army power. This empire also had a rich tradition of Harikathakars, all the saints, saintly beings, devotees of the divine. In the 15th century, there lived this brilliant, amazing saint by name Shri Purandaradasa. I'll tell you a fact. This will blow all our minds. So Purandaradasa was called Navakoti Narayana, the owner of 9 crores in 15th century. He was so rich that he gave loan to the king. One of the scholars from Bengaluru, from Karnataka, he visited Middle East in 2002 and he told about Shri Purandaradasaru there. The emperor was literally excited, astounded hearing about this man So they converted the value of the 15th century's 9 crores. You know the value? In 2002, the value was 25,92,922 zillion US dollars. The value was a 39-digit number in 2002. One fine day, this saint thought everything he owned was futile, was meaningless. So he gave away all his wealth to the needy. He wore the ghungroos like the ones I am wearing. He wore a pagadi like the one I am wearing. He held Tala Chitika in his hand. He went on the street singing the glory of the divine. And today he is called the father of Carnatic music, Saint Poet Purandaradasaru. And I take extreme pride in letting you all know that I belong to that person's lineage. So this is running in our family to share love, to share peace using art as a medium. The Vijayanagar Empire had many temples, and one such was the Vijay Vithala temple, where you can find musical pillars, stone pillars. If you play on them, you can listen to music. And that music traveled for 1,000 meters. Early 12th or 13th century, the deity, the idol from there was taken to Pandharpur, which is 300-350 miles from here. And the deity was installed in Pandharpur. The music, because of the destruction, is lost in the temple. But art traveled with this deity to Pandharpur. And even today, people sing the glory of Lord Panduranga in Pandharpur. If you happen to visit Panduranga, Pandharpur, you can find saints sitting there, singing his glory, dancing, not worried about what is happening in the material world. Such is the glory of Panduranga, Vithala, an incarnation of Lord Vishnu. So our piece, the concluding piece, is called an Abhanga. Abhanga in Sanskrit means inseparable. The inseparable relationship of a devotee with the divine. So this language is Marathi, which is spoken in Maharashtra today. Back then, Vijayanagar Empire, Krishnadevaraya ruled Karnataka, Andhra, a bit of East, and also Maharashtra. And that is the reason you can find brilliant, amazing songs in Marathi, in Oriya, in Kannada, in Sanskrit, in Telugu, in Tamil, in Malayalam. You name the language, you have multiple songs. You know, I was talking about Purandaradasaru, right? In 30 years, he has written 4,75,000 songs in Kannada. So all the saints in our civilization have given us have given us a lot to carry forward. So this Abhanga, Padmanabha Narayana, in praise of the Lord Panduranga. So this is very, very popular in the southern belt. This has been adapted to dance. The music has been directed for dance by myself. The choreography also has been done by myself, Sharat R. Prabhat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very sprightly, very, very lively composition. If you feel like clapping along, if you feel like dancing with us, you're welcome. We now present the last performance for the evening, Abhanga.
हे अनन्ता मधुसूदना हे अनन्ता मधुसूदना हे अनन्ता मधुसूदना हे अनन्ता मधुसूदना हे अनन्ता पद्मनाभा नारायण पद्मनाभा नारायण पद्मनाभा नारायण पद्मनाभा नारायण पद्मनाभा नारायण सकल देवादिदेवा सकल देवादिदेवा सकल देवादिदेवा कृपाळु माझे केशवा कृपाळु माझे केशवा कृपाळु माझे केशवा महानंद वसुदेव देवकी नन्दना वसुदेव देवकी नन्दना वसुदेव देवकी नन्दना बाळरागणा बाळकृष्ण बाळरागणा बाळकृष्ण तुकाला लोटांगणी तुकाला लोटांगणी माझ ठाव ठावजी चरणी माझ ठाव ठावजी चरणी हेची करीतसे विनवणी हेची करीतसे
On behalf of Prabhat Arts International, I extend our heartfelt gratitude and thanks to the Government of India, Government of Karnataka, ICCR, and everyone involved in creating this history. Thank you so much for being such warm people. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, we would love to hear from you. Please write to us. We are available on Instagram. We have our website, prabhata.com. Please write to us. We would love to hear from you all. Thank you so much. In our culture, after doing all the karya, all the karma, every duty, we finally submit it to the Almighty. So he says, Naham vasami vaikunthe yoginam hridayena cha mad bhakta yatra gayanti tatra tisthami Narada. When sage Narada goes to Lord Vishnu and asks, where do you reside? How do we find you? Narayana says, Naham vasami vaikunthe. I don't live in my so-called abode called Vaikuntha. Yoginam hridayena cha. I don't either live in the hearts of yogis. But where do I live? Mad bhakta yatra gayante nrityante cha. Where my bhaktas, my devotees sing and dance my glory, I reside there. So this is an ukti from our Purana. So we submit all our karma, we submit all our duties to the Almighty. Thank you so much. Shubharatri. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much, Sharad. We request you to stay back on stage. You've been incredible as a storyteller this evening.
Thank you.
And as we can see, you've truly surrendered to the Almighty. But at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to present to you, for beautifully curating this show, may I invite on stage from the Karnataka State Government, Shri Kariyappa N. Sarathi, the Deputy Director, Kannada and Culture, Government of Karnataka. Let's welcome him on stage. Thank you very much, sir. May I also invite from ICCR, Shri K. Ayyanar, Program Director, ICCR Zonal Office South. Ladies and gentlemen, also the choreographer of this showcase, Bharat Prabhat from Prabhat Arts International, Thank you so much
Thank
for
you,
curating such an expressive, enthralling, truly incredible showcase this evening. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, can we please do a resounding round of applause for them? Thank you very much once again. And thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for immersing yourself in this truly glorious to behold performance. Thank you for opening your hearts to the artists of Karnataka. Thank you very much. And with that, it is now my pleasant duty to invite you to dinner. This is your host, Aishwarya Singh, and I now sign off. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.